look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Classy Sassy Sitcher. I'm Krystal, and this is my channel, obviously, or else we wouldn't be here. Preamble to this, if you hear sounds to the back of me like a fan, it's because I keep a fan on in this room because it gets quite hot in here. If you hear child sounds or tiny human sounds, that's because my son is here today. It is Saturday. If you hear adult human sounds, that's probably my boyfriend coming in to check and see how I'm doing. If you hear doggy sounds, that's my puppy. She is a year old and she does what she wants. So, and also if you hear sirens of any sort, fire, ambulance, or police, it's because I live off of a main thoroughfare and between two suburbs in my city. So you may hear those things because it is a very busy city and it is a weekend, so there's a high likelihood of you hearing those things. With that being said, we're going to do a WIP and chat today. I'm going to read off some questions. And let's just get right on into it. So the first question is, how did you find out about diamond painting? I found out about diamond painting through my friend Linda in 2016. She would show all of these diamond paintings that she would do, and I thought it was just the coolest thing. And she would talk about how fun it was and how much like a puzzle it was, which I am a super nerd and I love puzzles. So I was like, hey, I want to try that. So I started in 2016 after my friend Linda had posted about it, and I was hooked ever since. I just placed some diamonds and I don't know where I placed them. Go me. Right there. I'm trying to fix these diamonds so that they don't look too terrible, because I'm noticing a lot of like uneven ones right now. That one sliding around and that one's going stuck down. Okay, next question. Sorry about the rambling to myself. I'm a perfectionist. I can't help it. Oh, I forgot to mention I'm working on Mad Kitty by Mandy Manzano from Diamond Art Club for Life with Lindsay's Alice in a Winter Wonderland. You can still join. It is going on until February 14th, so you still have about a month left to do it. What was your first diamond painting project? My first project diamond painting was peacock that I got off of Wish. It was just a partial. I was very unhappy with it because the diamonds were not good quality, and it was a partial, and I was under the assumption that it would be a full thing. At that point in time, I didn't know how to like really tell what I was getting, so yeah, it was a mess. Who is your favorite company website to order from? I'm not gonna lie, for the last like 4 years, well, 4.5 years, almost 5 years, have been ordering off of places like AliExpress and Amazon, and then I discovered Diamond Art Club, and I'm kind of addicted to it now, so I'm gonna say Diamond Art Club has been my most favorite company to order from, even though I can't really afford it, which is horrible. I use the like equal payment plan every time I order because I'm a trash human. But no, I'd have to say Diamond Art Club. Otherwise, for my cheapy paintings, Amazon is my favorite. So And I don't want to hear this whole, but there's stolen artwork on Amazon. I try my level best not to buy stolen artwork. I use TinyEye to verify that it is publicly held images and not stolen artwork. So I do my level best to not buy stolen artwork, and let companies who are on Amazon know that their artwork, if I come across it, they have stolen artwork up. So I won't buy stolen images off of Amazon. I warn these companies that their images are stolen if I do come across it. And from there on out, I believe I've done my due diligence. So, yeah, I'm not a rich person, so I can't always afford diamond art clubs. So I will stick to Amazon if I'm wanting like cheap snack size paintings that are just like generalized images. Do you prefer clear or opaque covers? Okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying I prefer poured glue, but I hate plastic covers. As soon as I get them, I automatically replace them with these opaque release papers because I am blind and I cannot tell the difference between the glue and the plastic cover. I just can't do it. What is your favorite diamond painting you've done so far? I'd have to say the one that I finished just before this Mad Kitty, or not just before, but the painting that I finished just recently called Forever in My Heart by Mandy Manzano. It is one of the most favorite diamond paintings I've done out of my 4-year journey. The other favorite painting that I've done that I really enjoyed doing was Van Gogh's The Starry Night, because he is one of my favorite artists. I love him so much. And yeah. How many diamond paintings are in your stash? Let's look at how many are in my stash physically on hand. This is not including the ones that are on their way to me or the ones that I have back east in my storage locker. These are just the ones that I have right here in my physical stash. I have 16 in my stash currently, right at this moment. My camera is going to die, so if it dies, I will charge my battery up and come back to this. So, what is the largest size you've completed? 80 by 90 centimeters, not inches. 80 centimeters by 90 centimeters. Or, sorry, no. 60 by 80 is the biggest one I've completed. I lied. It was a 60 by 80, not an 80 by 90. That is the biggest one I've completed so far to date. But I have bigger ones in my stash, like The Beast by Mandy Manzano from Diamond Art Club. Do you keep your spare drills? Yes. Yes, I do. I have a Heaven and Earth Designs by Jasmine Beckett Griffith that I want to start. So I'm starting to gather supplies for that and saving all of my square diamond paint or square drills specifically for that project. So yes, I do keep my spare drills because I have run out of them. So I've just decided that it's a good idea to, you know, keep extras around just in case I either lose diamonds or to keep for my Heaven and Earth Designs painting that I plan to start doing. What kind of setup do you have? Where do you diamond paint? This is my setup. It's a drafting table that I have because I live currently in a long-term motel. I don't have a lot of room, so I diamond paint right by my bedside table on my side of the bed, because that's where this painting table fits, and it's where everything fits, and I can still get into my bed when I'm not feeling the greatest because I have medical issues, so it's nice to just have it right beside my bed and be able to diamond paint there. Do you only work on one diamond painting at a time or several? I only work on one because I already have memory problems, and I feel like if I did multiple ones, I'd get the diamonds for the paintings mixed up, and in order to avoid that from happening, I diamond paint one at a time. Does it take me longer, or do I get bored? No and no. I diamond paint the same pace as I always have. Well, I'm a little faster now than I was 4 years ago because I've discovered how to do multi-placing, and yeah. What is the biggest oops you've ever made? Spilling my entire bottle or like Tic Tac container of diamond painting drills on my floor. Yeah, that happens a lot. I always spill diamond drills on my floor. Luckily, most companies now send you 20% extra, so that if that happens, you still have extra ones. Do you prefer to diamond paint alone or with someone? I prefer to diamond paint alone. Well, actually, I would love it if people would join me. I've tried to get my son involved in diamond painting. He did it for like a day and was like, I'm bored of this, I don't want to do it anymore. Tried to convince my boyfriend to do it with me, and he's like, no, I'm not interested, you do you. So I just diamond paint on my own. Would it be nice to diamond paint with others? Yeah, I guess, but nobody wants to do it with me, so I do it by myself. How many have you finished? In the last 4 years, I've finished quite a lot. In the last 3 months, I've finished 9. If we're going by recently, I finished 9 in the last 3 months. I diamond paint fairly decently quick, so this is my 10th painting in 3 months. Although, that being said, I did have to quit diamond painting for like from April until August because I didn't have a place to do it, and we moved across country. So I didn't even have any diamond paintings with me. I tried to bring them with me, but they just would not fit in my car because we moved across the country in my Honda Civic. So yeah, there was no room, and the car was literally packed full of stuff. Like, the clothes on our back was basically what we brought with us, and like camping supplies and stuff like that. Stuff that we absolutely needed. I was unable to bring my diamond paintings, even though they are a necessity. I just could not fit them in my car. What is your favorite type of picture to order? Wolves, landscapes, Disney, etc. I'm very much into fantastical things, like, and it's not so much like characters. I love landscapes too, but if they have really dark lines and like lots of line work, I love that. That's why I love Mandy Manzano so much, is because she does line work, and I'm a huge tattoo fanatic, so I love dark lines. I can't talk today, apparently. I also do love Disney characters. Alice in Wonderland is my favorite like written fairy tale. I love the different depictions of Alice in Wonderland and what people see her as. I love Winnie the Pooh, Beauty and the Beast. So Disney, But I also love landscapes. But if it has good line work, like black line work, I'm more drawn to that. The dark, thick black line work, I'm very into that. So if I see a painting or an artist that has good lining, I'm gonna be drawn to that and buying that. Who was your first diamond painting YouTube creator that you found? Rachel Ray, actually. I don't even know how I found her. Actually, I started following her because I also cross stitch, which is where my name Classy Sassy Sitcher came from. Is I started an Instagram with the intention of showing off my cross stitching, and then I couldn't do cross stitching for a while because I was diagnosed with MS, and cross stitching really hurts my hands, and the needles are so small that sometimes I can't hold them. So I switched to diamond painting, and Rachel Ray was the first diamond painting related YouTuber that I started watching because I was already watching her floss tubes. So that is the answer to that question. Have you ever ordered a custom? Yes, I have. Evermoment is my favorite place to order customs from because I find their quality for customs the best. I also like Gems Flow for customs, but yes, I have done a custom photo or custom diamond painting. If so, what was it a picture of? It was a picture of me and my son, and I did it for a family member who requested it. So it was just a picture of me and my son that I ordered. I did it and gave it away. But I have more customs of family members that I'd like to do, and they're going to be coming, and you will probably see me doing a WIP or a work in progress of me doing that whenever I get the chance to order a custom, or I'm mentally ready to do it, because it's going to be a custom of my grandparents with my son when he was 6 months old. They came to visit us where we were living at the time, which was in New Brunswick, and they hadn't been across Canada for the longest, and my son was actually born on their 50th wedding anniversary. Both of them have passed away now, and it's the only pictures that I have of them and him together, so for me it's a very special thing. I'm gonna order one for myself and one for my mother, because I think that she would really like that, and I really love that picture of them and my son together. And it was their 50th anniversary trip, and they made that trip when he was 6 months old. So they met him 6 months to the day after he was born, and it was their 50th anniversary trip. So I think that is a special way to honor them. What are the companies that you will never order from? Well, I can tell you I'm never ordering from Paint with Diamonds ever again. My boyfriend bought me a Paint with Diamonds canvas, and then I found out like well afterwards that it was stolen artwork from Mandy Manzano. It was literally lose something from Mandy Manzano, and they sold it, and when I got it, it took 6 months for it to even reach me. I had already moved from the place that I was living at, so my friend had to send it to BC to me, and by the time it arrived, she had not touched the packaging. She just put it in another envelope to send it to me, and by the time it arrived, when I got it, like, it had never been opened, but it was missing diamonds. Half the bags were ripped open. It's on terrible quality canvas, poured glue. and I just don't agree with their practices. And even before I knew that they were stealing artwork, because I didn't realize that the painting that he got from me was actually a stolen image from Mandy Manzano. So even before I learned that they were blatantly stealing her work, I had a bad taste in my mouth from them. So Paint with Diamonds for sure is a company I will never buy from again. And that's pretty much the only company I know of that I would never buy from. I say Dreamer Designs, but if they fix their mailing issues and their shady practices of passing off their DHL administration to their international customers, I might think of buying from them again, but as of right now, probably not, because I don't agree with that, and like, it's just not okay to not tell your customers that you are doing that. I find it very shady and wrong. So it's not because I even don't like their canvases. I have 2 canvases here that are still waiting to get done. So I don't know anything about the quality of their canvases, but it's just simply because I don't agree with the shady practices of passing something off and pretending you know nothing about it, and then letting your customers believe that it's a customs charge when it's not. And I only know that it's not because DHL themselves told me it's not a customs charge. And if it was a customs charge, I'd have been able to pay it ahead of time through my mail carrier here in Canada. I would have been able to pay for it ahead of time through Canada Post. Do you seal your canvases? If so, how? If it's a double-sided tape, I do seal it. If it's poured glue and it comes from Amazon, I do seal it. I seal them with Krylon Clear Coat Sealer, indoor or out, and it's like a spray paint type of sealer. So I just like lay the canvas on like a cardboard box or something like that, or a plastic bag, take it outside and spray it down with a coat, wait 24 hours, take it outside on a plastic garbage bag or a piece of cardboard, spray it down again, and then I frame it. The reason I do this is because even if I frame it, I'm scared that it's going to end up with, I don't even know that you can see me diamond painting here. Just one second. There we go. I don't want to lift it up too much, but I don't even know if you guys can see me or if I'm in frame. But it's because I'm afraid of diamonds falling off, so that's why I do that. Do you prefer round or square drills, and why? I prefer square drills because they are much more cohesive, and when I say cohesive, I mean that they're much more they're much closer together, they click easier, so the picture comes out much more crisp. And even if it's a smaller painting, you're gonna get so much more detail out of a square painting than a round one. I do like rounds though because they're very quick to work up. So that is my answer for that one. I'm shocked that my battery has lasted this long. It's been flashing at me the whole time. How many drill pens do you have, and what is your favorite? Well, I have a million because I got sent drill pens in every kit that I have, but I only work with 2 drill pens, and those are my resin or acrylic ones. These are the 2. I have a purple and blue one and a nice tealy colored one. You can't really tell because of the darkness. I don't know if I can make this go a little dark. Oh, okay, it's a little darker. Oh, there we go. Right. You can't really tell. It's like got a tealy color on it, and I actually prefer this one to this one because this one is a lot narrower, so my hand doesn't always feel the greatest when I'm using it, but I chipped this one. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and there we go. So I chipped this little piece here and this little piece here, so I have to be very careful when I'm diamond painting with it is all. How do you deal with bubbles and rivers in your canvas? I've actually been really lucky and I've never had to deal with bubbles or rivers in my canvas, but if I did, you take an X-Acto knife, or I would take an X-Acto knife, cut a hole in the bubble or the river, and just like scrape my drill pen over it very lightly to move the tape back into place. That's how I would deal with that. Do you use multi-play scissors? Now I do. I didn't for like the last 4 years. I just learned how to do multi-placers in October of last year, like 2020. I was intimidated by them before then, so I just was a single placer up until about October of last year. And with that question, my camera is probably going to die, and my space is going, it only allows me to run for 29 minutes and 29 seconds, so I'm gonna pause it for right now and come back after my battery is charged and go over the rest of the questions. We are on number 24. So if you are seeing that this angle has changed, you are correct. My battery died and I had to recharge it, so I finished the section that I was on because I wanted to. And that's what you do. So we left off on number 24. So that's where we're gonna start off in this new section. What is your favorite multi-placer to use? I go between liking a 9-placer and disliking a 9-placer, but I think my favorite multi-placer to use is probably the 4-placer that comes with Diamond Art Club's paintings. Because they are good for both squares and rounds. They're perfect sizing. If you could sit with, 25 is, if you could sit NDP with anyone on YouTube in person, who would it be and why? Well, I don't want to sound offensive when I say this. I hate questions like this because it makes me feel like people are gonna think that I hate them because I'm not choosing them. But if I could sit and DP with anyone on YouTube, like any diamond painting YouTuber, it would probably be either Lindsay over at Life with Lindsay, because she's funny and I like her and she's sweet, and sorry, I was just counting, and she seems to have the same kind of sense of humor that I do, which is saying something, because, well, not a lot of people have the same sense of humor that I do, but her personality is most like mine. But I'd also like to sit with Ruby Q Crafts because I think she's just the sweetest human ever. And, well, we are always making jokes on her lives, and she says a lot of the same, like, things that I do, and she also likes true crime as much as I do. And I feel like we could talk about Ted Bundy for hours, as creepy as that seems. Because we both like Ted Bundy. Like serial killer wise, not actually like him. Or the other one that I would probably YouTube in person. Actually, can we just have like a whole big diamond painting retreat with Crashly, Ruby Q, Lindsay, and Mrs. Coffee? I think our personalities would make for the best retreat ever, because those people are my jam. They are like no bullshit people. They're not fake. I don't like bullshit people. Oh, and Katie from Diamonds and Washi can come too, because she's sweet and funny, and I think that she would like keep all of us badass girls in line. I just want to sit with everybody. Why you guys gotta like call me out like this? I have too many favorites. I don't like it. I can't choose just one. I'm choosing you all. For various different reasons. Like, there are so many people that I would sit and diamond paint with from the YouTube world for various different reasons. And y'all have value, like, in my life for various of those different reasons. Mrs. Crochet and Coffee is the one that I would, like, count on to, like, tell me that I'm being a shitburger and just shape up. Or, you know, not give a shit what anybody thinks about her. And I like that. Lindsay would be my humor for the day. Crashly and I would talk about Hamilton. Katie and I would talk about our struggles with anxiety. Ruby Q and I would talk about serial killers till the end of time. Like, there are so many different people that I would sit and diamond paint with for various different reasons. And because of that, it makes it hard for me to choose who I would who I would want to sit and diamond paint with anyone on YouTube. Because you all bring something different to my table, and I want you all there. What is your favorite reason to diamond paint? Because I'm crazy, and it keeps me from going crazy. No, I have a panic disorder and agoraphobia, so this makes me feel less lonely, and it helps with my anxiety. I know everybody says that, but legitimately, for a lot of people, it's true. Do not ever, like, question their motives when they say that, or, like, if they're being real when they say that, because chances are they are. For a lot of people, diamond painting is a way to shut your mind off and relax and not think about anything but the craft that you're doing. It's a way for... I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's a way for a lot of people to just, you know, escape from the things that they're struggling with in the real world. And that's never a bad thing. before I go on, I have a little tangent that I just thought about just now. I was reading on a news article. Like, I'm super into, like, orcas and stuff because I want to photograph them at some point in my life. But now I'm not so sure because did you know they're, like, beaching themselves to catch seals and stuff? And whenever I go to the beach to, photograph things, I always bring my dog. So now I'm, like, scared that if I bring my dog, she's gonna get eaten by a killer whale. Why does the news like do this to us? They like bring us these stories of, oh, the killer whales are now beaching themselves. Like, why? Why are you doing this to me? But no, I really want to take pictures of killer whales, and now I'm like afraid to take my dog with me because I'm afraid a killer whale is gonna eat her because she looks like food. Like, she's small enough to be their food. Keep your dogs off the beaches, people, especially if you live in an area with killer whales. I forgot where I was at. Oh, would you go on a diamond painting retreat if there was one? In a pandemic, not a chance. I don't think it's appropriate to go into a retreat full of people I don't know whose bubbles I don't know and who, like, I don't know are being safe in their own personal lives. They can say they're being safe on YouTube, but they could just be saying that. So, like, during a pandemic, I would never go to a retreat because I am not about risking my own life to get COVID again. I've already had it. I don't want it again. It was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. For those of you that are like, oh, COVID is not that serious, my friend in England had a mild case of it and he's still recovering. And he got it like just around the same time I did. We're both still recovering. Long COVID is a thing. Even when you're symptom free and like no longer contagious, you are still experiencing the effects. Even if you had a mild case of it, you're still going to experience those long-term effects and probably not even realize that they're long-term effects of COVID because you only had a mild case. I am still experiencing, and I don't mean to go off on like a tangent, and I'm not trying to make this political or anything, so don't come at me, but I'm still experiencing things I was not experiencing almost a year ago. It's been 10 months for me, almost 11 months, and I am still experiencing heart issues. I'm still experiencing issues with my lung capacity. Before I got COVID, I only had a 65% lung capacity. Now my lung capacity is down to 40% or between 40 and 45%. And my doctors are telling me it's probably never going to come back up to 60%. So I have permanent lung damage from COVID. Why you would want to risk that is beyond me. So during a pandemic, no, I would not ever go to a retreat. If we were in the middle of a pandemic, then yes, I would definitely go to a retreat because I would definitely love to meet all you wonderful peoples. So that's my tangent too, I'm sorry. Do you prefer a thick or a thin canvas? I don't think I've ever had a super thick canvas. I think I've only really had like thin canvases. I do prefer the velvety backs of the Diamond Art Clubs, which I wish that every freaking diamond painting company had canvases like that. but thick or thin, I don't think I've ever had a super thick canvas or a super thin canvas. I think it's always been somewhere in the middle. What is your favorite tray to use? Well, I've only ever used the trays that come with the kit, so I'm gonna say that. I actually prefer the green boats to these clear ones. I find these are a lot easier to line up your diamonds in when you want to multi-place, but they're also very staticky, I find. That could just be me. I really like the green boats though, because they don't have a spout, so I can like shake them and diamonds don't like spill out everywhere. And because my hands are really moody and I drop things and I don't hold things properly a lot of the time, or like they'll stop working is what I'm trying to say. I feel like the green boats are much better because they don't have a hole to go through. My dad sent me a message. Okay, I don't know. Weird. My phone was saying that I had a message, but I don't have an actual message. Or my phone, my Apple Watch, because my messages from my phone go to my Apple Watch. Who have you passed on the diamond painting addiction to? My friend Stephanie, who used to tutor my son. I passed it on to her. I passed it on to my ex-boyfriend's wife. I passed it on to my friend Tia. I passed it on to my friend Kayla and my friend Jen, the ones who I was talking about. We all bought the world map together to do. Yeah, I passed it on to them. I passed it on to a few people, but those are the people that stick out in my mind the most. That they've intentionally told me, oh, I started doing this because I saw you doing it and it looked fun. And because I'm the diamond painting expert of the group on like how to seal stuff and stuff, both Jen and Kayla come to me for like advice on how to seal, like best tools to use. Like I'm some kind of expert. No, I'm not. But I've been diamond painting the longest, so that's why they come to me, I'm assuming. If they're coming to me because they think I'm an expert, girls, you better find a new expert, because I'm definitely not that. If you're watching this anyways. I doubt they even watch my channel, because I'm boring and they have to hear me every day anyways on a video chatting app that we use. I have self-deprecating humor. Please don't come at me. I do it on purpose. It's not that serious. I have a lot of confidence in myself that I'm a good person. So it's just like meant to be funny and not like meant to make you guys think that I don't feel good about myself, because I do and I know my worth. Just putting that out there. What is your favorite drill color? Purple. I can't remember what number it is. 3786, I believe, is the purpley color that I like. I think that's the color. It's a purple color in the 3700s. I can't remember the exact one, but I think it's 3786. If you could diamond paint anywhere in the world, where would it be? Oh, in England. I have been waiting to go to Britain for many, many years. I planned to go there last year in the summer, and then COVID hit, and then we made a big cross-Canada move, which is good for me because it's cheaper for me to fly from here, where I am, than it was to fly from where I was at, by almost like half. It's actually cheaper for me to fly to England than back to where I was at by almost half. So there's also that, why it's so much more to fly in my own country to my own country than across the world is beyond me, but there we have it. But I would love to diamond paint with my friend Layla, who also started diamond painting because of me. I would love to be in Britain exploring and diamond painting, just because just so I can say I diamond painted in England and brought my stuff with me. It's been a place I've wanted to go for nearly my entire life because that's where my mom is from. That's where my roots are. Like half my roots are in Britain. So I would love to go there one day. Do you use a light pad? Yes. Obviously I use a light pad. Yes, I use a light pad, as you can see. Do you use a lot of accessories or make do with what is in the kit? I do not use a lot of accessories. The only accessories I use are diamond painting pens. As you can see, I'm also using a different diamond painting pen than I had been using in the previous clip, and that's because this has a multi-placer, a huge multi-placer, which there are a lot of colors in here that are like long lines of colors, so that's why I'm using this one right now. I switch back and forth though. And for the other stuff in the kit, I just make do with the wax that comes in the kit. I don't use fancy waxes. I just actually looked at Bella Art and Nicole's curved multi-placers that are 3D printed, because I want new multi-placers that don't come with the kits, because I think it would be much better quality if I bought multi-placers that are not included in the kits, because the ones that are included in the kits are sometimes very flimsy. But for now I make do with the ones that come in the kits, and I just use the pink wax because I've never had a reason to go out and buy other wax. Like, a pad of wax lasts me a long time because I don't press. I'm not a hard presser unless the wax is getting like not sticky, which this one is kind of like getting less sticky, so I'm about to change it. But just know that I did a whole section with just the wax that I'm using. Like, I don't have to change it every 20 minutes. I like it perfectly fine. As you'll notice, I don't really press hard, so I don't feel the need to like get fancy waxes because I'm not a hard presser. I find that the wax lasts a long time for me. And I'm a very frugal person, so if I don't see a need for it or a justification to buy it, I won't. And that's just me as a person and who I am. What is your favorite working storage? These bottles that come in the like zip up kits. I like that. I used to use Tic Tac containers. But I only use those for like excess drills that don't fit in the bottles. So I'll have an like spare Tic Tac container handy just to hold like the beads that don't fit in the bottles, and then I put the extra baggies in one of these zip up bags, just because I find that much easier to have it like right handy there. And I keep the Tic Tac containers in the bottom of, in a drawer that's in the bottom of this desk. What is your favorite long-term storage? I keep all my diamonds actually with my diamond paintings, and I keep those in their boxes or their packages long-term. I don't have a long-term storage space thing at the moment because I don't have a lot of room. So once I'm in a more permanent situation that isn't a long-term motel room, that is only like a kitchenette and a bedroom and a bathroom, then I will look for more long-term storage options. But when I was living in my last province, my long-term storage options was literally a huge cardboard box. And I kept all of my drills with their paintings and, you know, left them until I was ready to do them. What storage system have you seen that you want? I have been looking at those Elizabeth Ward containers on Amazon for like such a long time, and they seem like an interesting concept, and I do want them, but I'm not sure that I'll ever get them. The other storage containers that I want that I don't have access to, that I do want, are Harbor Freights. Because those seem like legitimately the best storage systems. Do you keep your diamond paintings or give them as gifts? Both. I am always shopping for diamond paintings that could be used as gifts. I'm always thinking about what my friends might like as gifts. I did a whole bunch of gifts for people for Christmas, 2 of which I still have to send out, that I did not send out yet, but I am planning to send out. I gave gifts to my mom and dad for Christmas, and my sister, who still has not gone and got her gift, and it's been like a month since I sent it. Don't ask me why she has not opened it. So the next question is, who inspired your channel? Well, actually, it wasn't quite a person, more so like a group of people. And then, so I've been on Instagram since 2017, I believe. And I had been saying for a little while that I wanted to do a YouTube channel, but that I didn't know if I should, and people were encouraging me there. And then Mrs. Crochet and Coffee did her 1 hour whip and chat challenge, so I did a video for that, and that's how it all came to be. So I guess like Instagram inspired my channel, because I was already thinking of doing it. I just didn't have a lot of confidence to do it, so I experimented doing live videos on Instagram and like reels and stuff. Well, not reels, like Instagram TVs, because I don't know how to do reels on Instagram. So yeah. Do you cut your cover or leave it whole? As you can see, I take the plastic cover off and I replace them with these nice release papers, because I cannot tell the difference between the canvas and the clear cover. I always think that I am placing diamonds on, or like drills on the glue, and half the time I'm actually placing them on the clear cover when I leave the clear covers on. So I needed a better solution than what I had, so I was less frustrated, and that was my solution. I started getting release papers so I didn't have to be frustrated all the time. And as you can see, I've changed my pen again. My camera decided to stop filming, and I didn't realize it, so I filmed some of this already and had to refilm, because that's a thing. What do you do with your extra trays, wax, and pens? I save my wax. I use my trays for like other craft projects. I give them to my kid if he wants them. Like, I just save them to use for our projects and give them out as needed to other people who may have projects that they need little boats for. I save some for myself. The pens I use to help little kids like start diamond painting. So if somebody expresses an interest that their kid is interested, I will make up a little like diamond painting kit for them, so they have a little bit of extra, so that they have extra pens to use. I'll take, if they have multi-placers, I usually keep the multi-placers to use in my pens here, but sometimes I will package them up and use them for the little gift kits that I send with the kids, so they have like extras. My best friend's daughter, who I consider my niece, loves to diamond paint, so I'm often sending that kind of stuff to her. And the wax I keep and I use. So I have a ton of wax right now that I will end up using eventually. I have lots of extra wax, thankfully. Do you use the wax or another type of tacky? I use the wax, as I've said a few times in this whip and chat already. And the last question, what is your ultimate dream diamond painting? Well, I eventually want to do Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Haid Alice in the Starry Night, because Alice in Wonderland, in case anybody was unaware, is my favorite of all favorites characters, I do not consider Alice a Disney character because I was introduced to Alice through the actual books, so she's my favorite, like, Lewis Carroll story. I'm just in love with Alice in Wonderland as a character from the storybooks. So I would love to do the Haid version of Alice in the Starry Night because Van Gogh is also one of my favorite artists. So the fact that Jasmine Beckett Griffith did Alice in the Starry Night is amazing to me, and I want to attempt it. So that's my I have the pattern of it back in my storage locker back east whenever I'm able to get there, and I plan to start, and I've already started like saving all of my extra square drills and my round drills. So eventually I plan to do that, and that'll be my ultimate like goal piece to do that. And that is the last question. So I think this is a long enough video that I'm gonna have to mash together. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I will see you guys in the next one. But before I go, I want to say I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys stay happy, healthy, and kind. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, be sure to like my channel and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!
And you taking me